Ashley, Kim, Minnie. Uh, Tap that like button, babe.
Come Minnie. You post something.
Minnie, Minnie would do it.
I do it.
Go ahead, Minnie. Babe, you ask the questions. Here, babe. You do the interview. My wife's gonna be doing the interview, guys.
Hey everyone, I'm here with beautiful Ashley and handsome Matt. I like your looks. Show them your looks, Matt. Let me see the side. Bam! You're super nice. Ashley worked last night. She's got church today though, right? So we just decided to scoop them up real quick and get some food. I ate. Let me go on the other side. Sorry guys, I'm gonna come on this side so the sun's on my face. Ashley and Juan had a Dorito tacos. Matt had a burrito. Well, half of a burrito. He shared with his prettier other half. And I had chalupas. So we picked Ashley up today. Ashley had some classes she was taking. So we picked her up today. She's got church tonight, right? She's off today, right? Hopefully if they don't call her in. So I wanted just kind of do an update. Like I told Ashley, when we first met Ashley, we set some goals with Ashley, where she's seen herself. It's been a whirl of a year, would you say? There's been.
With them a year. Next week will be a year.
Next week will be 1 year. And do you remember?
Yeah, they took me and James out to Denny's.
And there's been some ups, some downs, some highs, some lows, but I would say by far you guys are on the right path and you're killing it. So Max graduated rehab. What did you think of your program, Matt?
Sick book.
It was very repetitive.
Good.
And I learned a lot though about codependency and relationships and about myself.
Man. You were taking 6 classes a day?
Yeah, 6 hours a day.
6 hours a day. And what sort of support did they give you for once you get out of the program? Did they leave you any support?
Not really. No. I voluntarily went into West Care for counseling.
Good. And is that once a week, once a month?
Once a week, or it's like every other week.
Every other week?
Yeah.
For an hour?
Yeah, an hour or two.
How's that going?
It's alright.
So your next plan is, we already talked to Matt. Matt has a car already. You needed to fix the thermostat and you've already done it?
Yeah, I fixed it the week I got out.
So he has his car up and running. So now he's working on getting his license, right? So we're praying for work for Matt. I told him I'm going to go put in a good word for him at one of the local grocery stores. And what would you like to do for work, Matt? How about that? We'll ask that.
Well, last thing I did was caretaking, but I need to get a license for that. But probably just go back to cooking because I know how to do that.
So, and I told Matt I'd like to try and get him in where I work as well. What about school? Would you ever think about going back to school? Anything you'd want to do?
I don't like school.
No. Ashley is still pursuing the Army. So she's looking at next year, right, Ash?
Yeah, I'm trying to get on my quarterfinals today.
So she's taking care of that. She's taking her classes. So you want to kind of stay somewhere local. Matt, like anywhere in the tri-state. What about the casinos?
I'm banned.
Huh?
I'm banned.
Even after they...
I'm banned from all of them.
Ashley is too, right? Most of them?
Yeah, most of them.
So Ash is working about 40 hours a week, and Matt is looking for work himself. So once Matt gets squared away with the job, then he'll be able to get his driver's license situation taken care of. He already has a car, so he's already several steps ahead. What would you say, Matt, was probably your biggest concern when you left rehab?
Making amends with my mom and building a relationship with my son
That's awesome. But you're doing that.
and reconnecting with her.
And you're doing all of it. You know, you're everything that we talked about prior when you were still in rehab, you're still continuing to put those things in motion. And remember, I think I told both of you. I'm pretty sure I told you too, Ash. You know, your mom is amazing, and she's been a solid, you know, support group. Even sometimes, you know, when you're active in addiction, when you're in the addiction, it's tough because there's tough love. And when you truly love people, you have to set boundaries for them. And so it's not that, you know, people don't love you, it's you need to love yourself. And nobody can make you love yourself. You've got to figure that out. And so your mom has been a solid rock for you through this whole recovery. And she was right there. All right, Matthew, you're ready to get right? I'll help you, you know? And to me, I think you hear this a lot and you see this a lot. I'm going to ask your opinion on it. When you're active in your addiction and family members cut ties and place boundaries, you understand the reason, right? Do you understand it when you're active in your addiction, though?
Yeah. It's just hard.
I know. I remember, you know, a while back, Matt, she put up clear boundaries with you, and you were like, I get it, but, you know, but I know, I don't know if she ever told you, but I prayed with your mom, you know, and we said, you know, God's going to have to get a hold of you guys, and you guys are going to have to want that help, but you're doing it. You're doing it on your own. You guys did it independently, and you're doing great. Like, great. We're so beyond proud of you. And I told you, I know God's going to open doors for you guys that you're going to look back. In my heart, I see you being able to reach out to many young men and many young women that were in that same position that you were, to say, you know what? If we could do it, you could do it too. Believing in them. Through this whole last year, has my family ever quit on you guys? We never enabled you, but we always loved you and loved you through it. And we knew one day this day would come.
They helped us, you know, no matter what, you know, especially like when times, you know, got hard, you know, because, you know, I feel bad that Winnie had to, for how young she is, I felt bad that she had to see, at least for me, you know, I feel bad that she had to see, you know, me go through that, but I know that she understands, you know, that, you know, people, for her, for how young she is, I'm like impressed with like how much like she knows about the world. She's not hidden from like everything that the world, you know, throws at people.
I don't know if you remember, but when we got your clarinet, she called you out. She said, Ashley, do you remember what you said? And you said, no. What did I say, Minnie? She said, every time you said you were tempted to use, you were going to play this clarinet. And I was like, she pays attention. She listens. And she said, you know what? If this is what it's going to take, We're gonna, she's loved you guys right through this whole ordeal also. She just asked Matt the other night on the phone, did Ashley put on weight? Ashley, you're gonna blow away. Do you think that I know we've told you why we do what we do, but what would you guys say from your perspective? Obviously, fentanyl is sweeping our nation. It's in every
Well,
city.
Trump said that fentanyl dealers are terrorists now.
What would you say, though, is a good solution to help people? To help.
How? So when I decided to get clean, I didn't even go to rehab. You know, I got clean on my own, and the way that what helped me was I looked at it mind over matter, because honestly it's just mind over matter. And I know that the withdrawals were gonna suck, you know, but it would have been my first time. I knew that I would be over the withdrawals within 5 days, and just, you know, I hadn't talked to anyone in my family in like 10 years, and I reached out to my brothers. I actually had seen my uncle drive through one day, and I'm glad that I fixed a relationship with my family members.
Man.
You know, and yeah, my brother, my older twin brothers actually had their birthday on Saturday, and my brother in the military, him and his first kid, they got baptized.
Nice.
It was great to see that.
That's awesome. So see, and I feel like, when people are trapped in their addiction, these are things that you just don't think about these things, right? There's just so many more important things going on that you guys are going to be able to partake in, be a part of. You were clean and sober for Andrew's first birthday. That's a milestone you'll never be able to get back. And that was our prayer, is that, I don't know if you remember the day, Matt, when we were at the Mexican restaurant, and I cried and I told you, this isn't living. This is not living. You're not living, Matt. This is just, God's got bigger things, bigger things for you. And it's just,
About died that day.
it absolutely, I seen it. I seen it, and it just, my heart just like broke. This is, when you think about it, all you're doing is just self medicating yourself to where you feel nothing, nothing, it's truly insanity. You know what I mean? It's truly, there's just, I pictured chin up. And I told you, look in my eyes when I am telling you this, Matthew. This is not you. God's got so much more for you. And within the next 2 weeks, you were sober. And I'm thankful that, through this last year, being able to see you guys come up out of such a low situation to where you're at now just speaks so much. But I want to give the credit where the credit's due, because it goes to each of you, right? Your mom couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Juan couldn't do it. Minnie couldn't do it. Nobody could do it for you guys. You guys did it. You guys did it. And so that's like some big props to you guys. You needed to want to change.
Oh, and another thing that happened was, I actually had to go to court like a few weeks after I first got clean, and I was like expecting, to have to pay a bunch of fines. But when I finally was able to talk to the judge, surprisingly, he waived about $1,000 in fines for me.
Praise God. That's a blessing.
I was like shocked, because he waived, a certain amount of fines for, like, not everyone, but like a few other people. But he said that he waived all my fines for me.
Praise
And
God.
I was like shocked by that.
And I don't know if you guys remember me telling you, but I told you, you know, when you're serious about it and you go to the courts, you go to your mom, you go, you know, when you're honest about it and you're really doing the right thing, people will give you grace. People will give you mercy. But you can't be stuck in that same environment and that same, you know, addiction and think people that they're tired of it. They've heard the same thing day in, day out, day in and day out. But when we really take accountability for our choices, for our actions, and we really put in that work and make a change, 100%, you know, we're walking testimonies of how God's opened doors in our life that I know no man could open. And he'll also close doors that, you know, where we're not supposed to be. And so that's just like another testimony, Ashley, that, you know, that to me, that's so significant to part of your testimony. You know, that's a lot of money. And here's the thing, with the ones that we help on the streets, to me, that's not an answer. It's not a solution. Okay, you did, you know, you jaywalked, you go to jail, now you got a ticket, now you're in the system, now you're going to have a warrant. It's just a revolving door. It's not a solution. And I feel like, you know, as a whole, we need to do better as a country to really find a solution. And I feel, you know, I honestly feel in my heart, you can never have enough counseling. I know you got through it without the counseling, but education, being educated, right? Being educated on, because you guys probably also touched on like mental health part of it aspect, Matt, in there, to understand, you know, things happen in our lives, and that's kind of what triggers like that addiction, that kind of triggers but when you could recognize it and you could understand it and you could see it, it makes it easier for when you are put in another situation to understand, hey, now I know why my brain's thinking like this. Hey, now I know why. For us, we always say change your people, places, and things. Do you think you guys would ever want to leave here?
Yeah, I lived here my whole life.
Ashley says, I'm ready. What about you, Matt?
I'll leave when she leaves.
And we all know that Ashley wants to go to the Army, so Matt's down to support her for, he will be an Army husband, right? And we already told Ashley we'll go with her when she graduates. So she is going to church. She is working. Matt is actively looking for work. So we're going to see whatever we could do to help him. I do believe it's important to stay busy. I don't know if you guys ever heard, but idle mind is the devil's playground. When we don't have anything to do, that's when we start getting these thoughts. Did you ever, Matt, did you ever do any journaling?
Yeah.
Good.
I still do.
Good. Do you think that it helps?
Yeah, it does.
I think so too. We did buy Matt a notebook. And not only does it help in the moment, but I think if you hold on to those things, that's something that you could go back 10 years from now. I've got things from 16 years ago, and I look back and, you know, when I was in my addiction, so I don't know how long ago it was, I was still active in my addiction when I was writing and going back and looking at just my thought process, how I've changed, choices I've made, how I've grown. Journaling, I think, is something that it's important to do through every phase of your life. And maybe one day you could write a book, Matt. You know? Do you like to write?
Yeah.
That might be something, you know, journal your thoughts, your feelings. Keep in contact with, I don't know about your rehab. I know my husband's rehab. It's something you might look into My husband could go back because he's alumni. So he could go back and he could talk to the people that are still inpatient there, and he could give his testimony. And I think that's really rewarding too, to go back after you've graduated for so long, to go back and just be an encouragement, you know, to the young Matt that's there 10 years later, you know, to say, hey, I was you. Hey, I've been in that seat. If I could do it, you could do it.
Yeah, I never thought I'd have a job again. But you know, I've been to McDonald's for like what, three months now, and they're gonna make me a manager. So
Hard work pays off. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for spending the morning with us. We love you guys. You know we love you guys. And my husband has a hat for Matt. We just told Matt and Ashley today when they were up in Laughlin. We went up looking for him. Matt, do you remember? Almost every week I'd make sure I had sweets for you. I'd have cookies or I'd have cereal. I always made sure that Matt had his sweet snacks, whether it was candy bars, cookies. But my husband went to go look for them one day, and their stuff was gone. Their camp was not there. But my husband found one of Matt's hats, and so he took it home and he washed it and he's held on to it. So my husband is going to give it to Matt today. He scrubbed it by hand. He put Dawn dish soap. He hand scrubbed it, hand washed it, and then put it in the machine to make sure it came out nice and clean. So he's been holding on to it. He said, I know Matt's going to come through this. Matt's going to make it out of this, and I'm going to give him this hat, that he will have it. And this hat is now the clean version of Matt, the new version of Matt.
Remember it?
fat person.
Do you remember it? Let me see. Bam!
Diego.
It was, the whole front of it was all messed up. It was just left in the dirt. But my husband scrubbed it, and he said when Matt makes it out, which we know he is, he's going to come out clean and sober. He's going to get his hat back. You know, we have, that's how my husband wore his hat yesterday. Oh, you guys match. Look how cute they are. They got their hats rocked to the side.
Thank you.
You guys are such a power couple, and I think you're an inspiration to so many that have followed you on this journey. And maybe Christmas we'll have to go to Denny's.
I'll be working.
Oh, are you? Ashley, they call her and she picks up shifts pretty much all the time. So she is doing good. She is going to church, doing what she needs to do. Matt's doing what he needs to do. So if anybody has any questions for Matt and Ashley, or anything that anybody wants to say, go ahead and type it in the chat. I remember one time, it was so cute. We had Ashley, and they were writing to Ashley, and she goes, "Thank you so much." It was so cute. She was talking into the phone. So if anybody has any questions for Matt and Ashley, let me know. I will be sure to, we will follow up with them and see, continue to pray that Matt gets a job. Not just any job, but the job that God wants him to have. Matt and Ashley are both very smart.
I'm smarter.
Very smart. Look at the love they have for each other. You guys, they just have the cutest little smiles for each other. I just absolutely love it. They melt my heart when they look at each other the way they look. I'll never forget, Ashley called me one time. She texted me and was like, she thought the love of her life didn't want her anymore. I said, Ashley, stop. Stop. You know you're always going to be the love of his life, no matter what. So they are still doing it stronger and better than ever before. She's got such a beautiful smile, Matt. I love both of them. Their smiles just melt my heart. Matt has the cutest little smile too, but he's cheesing it over on Ashley right now, so we can't see
He
him.
said he loved me, and I said I love me too.
So you guys, we will update everybody later. I'm full. I'm gonna let them go. You guys are just gonna hang out for the day, and then you got church tonight, right? So Janae sent you some floating hearts. She put some hearts in the chat. So we'll update you guys later. Oh, Matt, let me see. There you go, Janae. There's a heart. We'll update you guys later.
It's like a kid that just figured out it's got fingers.
Do you know how to do it? Me and Minnie were trying to do a... Aww.
I'm double jointed, so
Me and Minnie were trying to do like a life-size one like this. And Juan goes, what is that? It looks like a piece of bread. I said, and I started laughing so hard. Janae said, thanks for the heart. You guys have a great day. Thanks for coming along with us. Matt, will you help me up?
Yeah.
I'm like so full. It's warm out.
got it.
You guys have a good day. Thank you for hanging out with us. Ash, any closing words?
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, and if you ever at the McDonald's in Fort, come say hi. I do everything. No, this is
Hold
a
on.
talk show.
What's the plan, you guys?
I have to go.
We gotta take
I've
Minnie.
got things to do.
Thank you guys. Stuck in Cali's out. Appreciate all of you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Say bye, Ashley.
Bye, guys.
It's hot.
Say bye, babe.
Bye.
Say bye, Matt. With your new cool San Diego hat. Awesome. Bye. Stuck in Cali's out.